we are going to take all of this amazing seafood and we're going to put it in the pot. Okay, Devan, you were going to walk us through this.
I'm going to walk you through this. So we're going to make a traditional style clam bake, but if you know me, you know me well. I don't really do anything too traditional. You know this, right?
You never do, but that's why we love it.
You could probably smell this. This is white wine and we have some water. To this, I'm going to add some onions. And I'm also going to throw in some lemon as well right now, okay?
Okay.
The key with the clam bake, of course, is timing. Yeah. So different shellfish cook at different times. So out of everything I have here, the first thing I want to get into here is my potatoes. Now, the potatoes aren't going to take that long to cook. Maybe about 15 minutes, so not very long. So this is a pretty fast clam bake. If you use larger potatoes, obviously you're going to put them in a bit ahead of time, or you can cut them in half.
This is nice though because you get like an individual potato as well, and they get a big chunk that breaks down.
That, and I'm also a color guy, so I want to try color, right? You get a little bit of purple in there and stuff like that.
Lovely.
So that's first thing first. The other reason why I'm putting the potatoes down here is I'm also trying to make a bed. I don't want any of my shellfish hitting that steaming water directly, right?
Why don't you want that?
Well, you don't want it to get aggressively cooked by that heat, right? I want to steam it, and I want all these aromatics at the bottom that I flavor this with to kind of perfume up into it, okay?
Nice.
Steaming the seafood's a little bit more gentle.
Okay. All right. Less aggressive.
After working with Matt Blondin at Oma, I feel comfortable using Old Bay, because you know I don't like using the premixed stuff. But guys, what's in here? We have celery salt, mustard powder, allspice, paprika. Okay, so I'm gonna add in.
Never seen it in my life.
So I need a bigger hole here. So I'm gonna add in a bunch of Old Bay. Old Bay is a good tip at home. It'll save you a lot of time if you're kind of concerned about what seasonings to put in. It's classic with seafood, right?
Okay.
So I'm gonna add a bunch of that in there.
It's okay. Yeah, you can use a little bit of the pre-mixed stuff from time to time.
It's also very salty.
It's good to have that too
for
because
seafood.
Crab, shrimp.
And it is daunting when you got all the spices and you kind of go, where do I do and how much? So it's great to have a bit of a premix like that, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
So Old Bay is awesome for that.
Okay.
Kielbasa is very popular. So it's a very popular Polish sausage, Central European sausage. Lots of garlic in here, very salty. Skin's taken off. But I'm just going to put this in here too. This is also going to give us some salt, some fattiness, some pork. We're going to put pork on everything.
Do it. We approve this movement.
This will also help with our bed. Right?
Yes.
So if you don't have that pot that goes in, you know, this is fine. So everything is kind of building up. This smells amazing.
Bed.
I just have visions of me sleeping in this bed with all the sausage around me. Like it's,
That's Jason's kind of bed.
Okay, so I have mussels, clams, I have shrimp, I have crab legs. Guys, what goes in first? It's all very similar. Yeah. So, can you give me a hand here? We're going to get a bunch of these in here.
So based on timing, is that why you're putting those in first?
Okay, everything that I have here, in my opinion, takes about 5, 6, 7 minutes to steam.
And why do you put those in first?
Well, these are hard clams. Like these might take the longest. You want these to open up fully, and also when they open up, they're going to release their juice. They're going to get hit with that juice that's in there. So we can start with these guys. Next, after this, we can probably go ahead and add our corn. That's exactly right. Yes, we're going to add the corn on this tray.
I didn't even know that was part of it.
So we're going to get this corn in here. Not too much.
Nice big chunks of a corn cob. That's great.
Sometimes you can throw them in whole. You can cut them in half. I like these because they're bite-sized. They're not as daunting. It lets you get to try everything that's in there.
Awesome.
That's great.
You can almost picture it on the spoon. You know? That's the size we're looking for.
So all this is in here. Everything is not quite at room temperature. You have to understand that when you put everything into this pot, it's going to bring down the temperature of the pot as well, right? So you can see that we're not really out of steam anymore. But that's okay. I think we're going to continue adding some stuff here, maybe the crab. And what I would do
those look amazing.
Is now I would cover this after Chef here is done. These are the best, by the way.
Yeah. They look amazing.
It's like the center cut king crab. What's going on here?
So I'm going to cover this, and once this gets steaming, I think that'd be a good time to finish with our mussels and our shrimp.
You got it. You got it.
I see.
Another thing I want to discuss that's really important is what my chef over here has. I made a little clam bake last night, and I strained the liquid. And I strained it through cheesecloth just in case any grit gets through this, just in case.
Yeah.
And now we're going to add just a little small amount of butter, like half a cup. Okay. Not too much.
Fix this little butter in there.
And this is all that Old Bay, all that onion. We can add garlic in this too.
It's flavor.
I love cooking with chili, so if you like chili at home, let's chuck in a Scotch bonnet, seeds and all.
Seafood and spice works so great, right? Yeah, because it just seems to kind of marry up with the whole fattiness of the actual lobsters and crabs and things like that.
And if you don't like someone, you can throw a ghost pepper in there too. That's a good idea. How does that taste?
Woo!
So with
That
this,
means good.
with this sauce,
Oh,
it's all
bang.
the natural juice, everything that came out with the pork and everything. And you don't want this really to coat the back of a spoon. It's just like a dipping sauce for your
Okay.
seafood and all your potatoes and everything. And like, this is so simple. I
baguette
love
with
one
butter.
pot stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so are you going to put the rest in, or we're not going to do it until
Let's get it
it's
in
the
there.
right-
We have the steam.
let's
Let's
go.
get it in there.
Let's do
So we got a
it.
bunch of the mussels, and then we can top it with our shrimp.
Isn't
Look at
this a
these
good
shrimps.
party? I want to go to
This
your
is so
party.
much fun.
These beautiful shrimp.
Oh my gosh, look at
Gorgeous
this.
shrimp.
Wow.
So we're gonna cover this. Once
Yes.
this comes up to a full steam, it's pretty much done.
It's pretty much done.
Yeah,
and
those
then you're
potatoes
just
at the
sharing it
bottom.
out, and you're
Oh,
having
man.
you're having a grand old time.
Wine or the beer, whatever you want.
There's like $1 million in that pot right now. It's incredible.